I'm going to try something a little different today. I'm going to use those same energy points that we just used in Chi Gong practice. Those chakras. There's kind of conveniently 7 of them, reminding me of the 7 factors of enlightenment. So if you put your attention at the root chakra, the base of the spine, and the root chakra is very fundamental to our stability, grounding. And I want to reflect on mindfulness being the basis. Really the basis for our practice, the basis for our life. Without mindfulness, we might engage in all sorts of activities that are not beneficial to us or others. But with mindfulness, we can take care of ourselves and others. We can give ourselves the space to make good choices. So really, with attention on that area, feeling the groundedness with the earth, the basic foundation, and the importance, the amazing benefits of mindfulness, our basis for practice, our basis for a wholesome life, our basis for awakening. So we think about the 4 foundations of mindfulness. It has that very, very much a grounded feel. Foundations. Establishment of mindfulness. And we can place it right there at the root. When we move to the second chakra, usually the placement is maybe an inch or 2 below the navel, right there in the belly, the abdomen. And this is very much a creative source. Where our creativity comes from. and our connection in relationship. And if we think about Dhammavicaya here, the way our investigation of Dhamma, investigation of whatever state is present in the present moment. This is also a kind of creativity where we're open to what arises out of that intuitive, creative space. And feeling a little about how that enlightenment factor comes to fulfillment. By being open to and experiencing Dhamma directly. And new life on a spiritual level being recognized. Being embodied. And then if we bring our attention to the solar plexus, the third chakra, the enlightenment factor is energy. The area is the digestion of food, fuel. This is where we might be taking a stand. Sometimes the Kruba Ajahn say, take your stand with the Dhamma. Right there, where there's so much connection of nerves and so much connection with feeling. And the energy to develop. And also to metabolize whatever experiences come. Now we come up to the heart chakra. Loving. And the awakening factor is piti, which when I have a felt sense of piti and metta, they seem to be so closely aligned. Happiness, joy, loving kindness, filling that area of the body. And that joy, that kind of enthusiasm for the Dhamma, for what's wholesome, for what's beautiful, what's uplifting, spreading from the heart through your whole system. And we come up to the throat chakra. And the enlightenment factor is passaddhi, tranquility. What the throat is about communication. And so often it's not tranquil. But if we can bring tranquility to it, keeping the body tranquil, the mind tranquil, our purpose for communicating to be for a good reason, being beneficial and timely, kind, gentle when appropriate. And true. The importance of truth. And by adding or maintaining some tranquility, we take the time to communicate in these ways that have the qualities that are beneficial and effective. Soothing that area of the throat. Speaking what's true and appropriate for the timing. Not repressing, but knowing when and how as best we can. It does not mean that everything we say will be perceived correctly or taken well, but we present it in a good way, as best we can, and can feel tranquil and at peace around it. letting go of any tension. Just resting in that passaddhi. And the third eye correlates with samadhi. Where we see more clearly through the stillness and collectedness of the mind. Where so much of the noise, the static, the agitation is eliminated, is put to rest. Calm, peaceful, and lucid. Still bright with mindfulness. So each of these qualities, each of these chakras connected together, carrying over to this peaceful state. That makes it possible to realize the truth, experience the Dhamma directly. And the crown chakra, equanimity. This is the height of the spiritual experience coming through this body of energy centers. Looking on, observing experience from this balanced perspective, from this state of stability, unruffled by anything, but aware, knowing, clear, observing intently, but without any stress. The peacefulness of equanimity, the peacefulness of upekkha, being right at the edge of full awakening. Where no sankharas come into the mind and remain. They merely pass through. Seen for what they actually are. And letting go is so easy, it's not even noticed. Come and go. And with all these factors coming into fullness, we can observe any passing phenomenon without harm. And we can respond to any situation without harm. And we can observe that concoction of conditioning that we know to be the personality as something to understand, to utilize, to hold loosely without identifying with it. Peaceful and calm. Wise. Forgiving. Loving. Content. Endlessly spacious.